Do you feel it? That subtle erosion, the silent creep of vulnerability within your own body, a gnawing uncertainty about your own resilience. Most of humanity walks oblivious to the silent war being waged within their very cells, a battle for equilibrium, for defense, for deep, restorative peace. They are unprepared for the insidious threats that permeate our modern existence, threats that slowly, relentlessly dismantle the very foundations of health. Listen closely. Right now, as you breathe, your very architecture is under threat from an invisible enemy. A systemic breakdown is underway, fueled by a dangerous absence, a void most never even perceive. Your defenses are weakening, your internal harmony is fracturing, and the most vital systems are teetering on the precipice of dysfunction. But there is a defense. A simple, potent countermeasure hidden in plain sight. It's not a pharmaceutical marvel, nor a complex regimen designed by scientific elites. It is a tiny, unassuming seed, the pepita, and your survival may depend on understanding its power, a primal weapon against the unseen forces working to undermine your vitality. This is not a suggestion, it is an urgent directive. Your body is a fortress, and these seeds are a critical, often neglected, component of its unyielding defense. The cost of ignorance here is not just inconvenience, but a slow, creeping surrender to physiological chaos. Consider the clandestine assault on your hormonal balance, a subtle sabotage that destabilizes your entire being. This isn't merely about fleeting discomforts, it's about the very core of your identity, your energy, your capacity for life. When zinc, a crucial sentinel, is diminished, your body's intricate endocrine symphony devolves into a cacophony of discord. Your testosterone levels, the very essence of masculine vitality and feminine vigor, plunge into dangerous lows, leaving you drained, lethargic, and psychologically vulnerable. The insidious creep of estrogen dominance, fueled by a lack of proper metabolic clearance, can cast a shadow over reproductive health, trigger unpredictable mood swings that sabotage relationships, and even amplify the risk of more sinister cellular mutations. Cortisol, the stress hormone, spirals out of control without magnesium's calming influence, keeping you trapped in a perpetual state of fight or flight, slowly eroding your adrenal glands, leaving you exhausted but wired, a victim of your own internal alarm system. The healthy fats, the very structural integrity of your cell membranes, are compromised, rendering your cells unable to properly receive or transmit the vital hormonal signals that govern every process from metabolism to mood. Without these foundational elements, the communication pathways within your body become fractured, misinterpreted, or utterly silenced. Your body, a marvel of bioengineering, begins to falter, its internal clock ticking erratically. The danger here is not acute, but chronic, a slow bleed of essential function that only manifests as inexplicable fatigue, persistent irritability, a waning libido, or the creeping fear of infertility. You begin to feel like a stranger in your own skin, constantly battling an unseen force that dictates your emotions and energy, robbing you of clarity and purpose. The threat is real, an internal betrayal orchestrated by subtle deficiencies. But the pepita carries a counterstrike. Its concentrated dose of zinc is a direct command to your pituitary gland, kickstarting the production of luteinizing hormone, signaling your body to restore optimal testosterone synthesis and bring estrogen into harmonious balance. The essential fatty acids, particularly omega-3s and omega-6s, act as cellular diplomats, ensuring that every hormone signal is received with crystal clarity, allowing your cells to respond precisely as intended. They are the architects of cellular integrity, rebuilding the very walls of your endocrine fortress. The ancient healers, long before modern endocrinology, intuitively grasped the seed's profound link to the body's delicate inner rhythms, utilizing pepitas to harmonize the lunar cycles of women and fortify male vigor against the corrosive march of time, understanding that internal balance, was the first line of defense against physiological entropy. Without the silent support of these seeds, your hormonal system remains an exposed flank, vulnerable to every modern pollutant and stressor, destined to spiral into a state of perpetual imbalance, a state where your body actively works against itself, slowly but surely extinguishing your inner fire. Now, consider the unseen siege on your immune system, the silent infiltration that leaves you exposed to every passing contagion, every lurking pathogen. This isn't just about catching a cold. It's about a catastrophic breach in your body's first line of defense, rendering you an open target for insidious microbial invaders. When your zinc reserves are depleted, your immune cells, your cellular warriors, become disoriented, their weapons dulled, their communication systems jammed. T cells, the elite special forces of your immunity, lose their ability to recognize and neutralize threats. Natural killer cells, your body's immediate response team against viral incursions, and rogue cancer cells, operate at a fraction of their capacity. The subtle threat of chronic inflammation, an internal fire that slowly burns through your tissues, festers unchecked, becoming a breeding ground for systemic disease. Your skin, your lungs, your gut lining, the crucial barriers designed to repel invaders, become permeable, allowing toxins and pathogens free access to your bloodstream. You find yourself trapped in a vicious cycle. One infection leads to another, recovery becomes a prolonged agony, and your vitality slowly drains away, leaving you constantly fatigued, perpetually unwell, and vulnerable to every whisper of disease. The danger is not merely illness, but a pervasive, lingering weakness that diminishes your capacity for life itself, a relentless attrition of your physical and mental strength. Without a robust immune system, every breath you take, every surface you touch, every person you encounter becomes a potential vector for your undoing. The pepita, however, provides a formidable shield. Its zinc content is a direct command to your thymus gland, the central training ground for your T cells, ensuring they are produced in optimal numbers and trained with deadly precision. This tiny seed doesn't just provide raw material. It orchestrates a symphony of immune activation, empowering your body's defenses to respond with speed and ferocity. What few realize is that the unique phytosterols nestled within these seeds do more than just lower cholesterol. They actively orchestrate a cellular awakening, priming your innate immune sentinels to recognize and neutralize threats with ruthless efficiency, acting as a direct counteragent to the systemic chaos caused by modern environmental stressors. The healthy fats within pepitas are not merely fuel. They are the lubricants for your immune machinery, ensuring smooth, rapid communication between immune cells, preventing overreactions, and quelling the dangerous fires of chronic inflammation. They are the strategic architects of your immune response, allowing it to adapt and overcome. To ignore this simple, potent defense is to intentionally dismantle your body's most crucial protective barrier, leaving yourself open to a relentless barrage of unseen microbial adversaries, condemning yourself to a life of recurring illness and diminished strength, a slow, agonizing surrender to the forces that seek to undermine your very existence. Now, confront the creeping paralysis of chronic sleep deprivation, the nocturnal siege that erodes your mind and body from within. This isn't just about feeling tired. It's about the fundamental breakdown of your cognitive function, emotional stability, and physical restoration. When magnesium, the master relaxer, is deficient, your nervous system remains trapped in an agonizing state of hyperarousal, constantly wired, unable to disengage from the day's relentless assault. Your brain, deprived of the deep, restorative cycles of REM sleep, fails to adequately clear the metabolic waste products that accumulate throughout the day, leaving behind a toxic residue that impairs memory, blurs focus, and precipitates cognitive decline. The danger here is insidious: a slow erosion of your intellectual capacity, an increased susceptibility to mood disorders like anxiety and depression, and a profound disruption of your body's repair mechanisms. Your cells, denied the nightly opportunity to regenerate and repair, begin to prematurely age, accelerating the relentless march of time. Your metabolism becomes chaotic, insulin sensitivity plummets, and your risk of chronic diseases skyrockets. You become a prisoner of your own restless mind, endlessly tossing and turning, craving the peace that never arrives, only to face the next day exhausted, irritable, and less capable of navigating its demands. The world feels sharper, more aggressive, your own reactions more volatile, as the fundamental pillars of your mental and physical health crumble beneath the weight of sleepless nights. This is not just discomfort, it is a slow, agonizing descent into physical and psychological vulnerability. But the pepita holds the key to unlocking the gates of deep slumber. Its magnesium content acts as a powerful sedative for your central nervous system, calming hyperactive neurons and promoting muscle relaxation, gently guiding your body into a state of profound rest. The tryptophan, a precursor to serotonin and melatonin, is not just present, it's a direct command to your brain's sleep centers, initiating the intricate biochemical cascade that signals it's time to surrender to the darkness, to descend into the rejuvenating depths of deep sleep. Beyond mere tryptophan, these seeds contain a unique peptide, only recently understood, that acts as a quiet saboteur of neural overstimulation, gently guiding the restless mind into the deeper, restorative currents of sleep where true healing begins, a powerful counteragent to the rampant overstimulation of modern life. These are not merely ingredients, they are the architects of your nocturnal restoration, ensuring that every hour of sleep is potent, profound, and utterly transformative. To deny yourself this simple yet potent tool is to condemn yourself to a perpetual state of waking exhaustion, to slowly but surely surrender your mental acuity, your emotional resilience, and your very physical integrity to the relentless, unforgiving tyranny of sleeplessness, becoming a shadow of your true potential. Do not underestimate the power of simplicity in the face of such profound threats. This is not a complex ritual or an esoteric practice. It is a primal defense, easily integrated, yet often tragically overlooked. Every single day, your body engages in a relentless battle against internal and external aggressors. These pepitas, these unassuming kernels of life, are your daily fortification. Sprinkle them, scatter them, incorporate them into every meal as a critical defensive maneuver. A handful on your salad transforms a mundane dish into a shield against hormonal chaos. A sprinkle over your morning yogurt infuses your day with immune resilience. A simple, crunchy snack before bed is a direct command for profound, restorative sleep, a quiet act of defiance against the restless night. Don't mistake their accessibility for insignificance. Every crunch is a silent fortification, every handful a microdose of survival against the encroaching threats of a world designed to wear you down. They are not merely a topping or a snack. They are an essential component of your physiological armor, an accessible, potent weapon in your daily fight for total health. Neglect this weapon at your peril, for the unseen dangers are relentless, and your body deserves every possible advantage. But what if the danger runs even deeper, more fundamental than mere physiological imbalance? What if the pervasive absence of these tiny powerhouses and the critical elements they contain doesn't just impact your health, but directly threatens the very blueprint of your existence? Consider this chilling truth. Zinc, that humble mineral so abundant in pepitas, is not just a player in immune function or hormone synthesis. It is an indispensable guardian of your DNA, crucial for its replication, repair, and protection against oxidative damage. Without sufficient zinc, the integrity of your genetic code, the very instructions that define you, becomes compromised. Your cells, lacking this vital shield, are left vulnerable to mutations, to damage, to a slow, insidious degradation of your fundamental biological identity. The creeping deficiency that pervades modern diets isn't just making you sick, it's subtly, silently rewriting your future, leaving your most precious asset, your genetic lineage, exposed to irreparable harm, diminishing your biological resilience across generations. It's a threat not just to your current state, but to the very essence of who you are, unraveling the tapestry of your life from its genetic threads. But that, my friend, is just one of them.